So in today's conversation, I want to compare and contrast 5 players when it comes to credit monitoring or identity monitoring, right? So we have IdentityForce, we have IdentityGuard, IDShield, IdentityIQ, and Experian. I want to start with IdentityGuard. One thing we'll love about IdentityGuard is that they have excellent dedicated customer support. In terms of the fees that you have to pay every month, you can pay from $8.99 to $39.99. Now, if you want to sign up for an annual subscription, they'll give you a discount. So this is really good. And they actually have 3 packages in their tiers, and they actually monitor up to 3 credit bureaus. Okay. So overall, when you think about IdentityGuard, think about a player that actually offers customers a dedicated customer support manager plus other helpful tools. So this is really great. Let's do a quick pros and cons here. What do we like? The pros. All plans include $1 million identity theft insurance. Customers get a dedicated US-based case manager. This is really good. In case you have a problem, you have somebody to talk to, and that person will actually be your main point of contact. And they do offer an online dashboard and mobile app, so you can actually centralize all the monitoring and see what's really happening with your account. What are the cons? Well, credit monitoring is not included in the value plan, and their most comprehensive family plan is very expensive. So you have to really see if you can derive value from that to actually pay that much. And some monitoring is only available with the Ultra plan. Let me just kind of break it down for you in terms of the package. So the package details, I will show you on the screen 2 screenshots. So we have the first one, individual, and the second one, family. So you can see that, you can see the pricing, you can see actually the differences in terms of services. Okay, so one thing I want to say here is that offered by Aura, IdentityGuard actually is an identity theft protection and credit monitoring service that actually lets users choose between 3 plans, individual plans that, as I said before, that range from $8.99 to $29.99 per month, with discount available for annual billing. So they have individual plans, they have family plans, okay? And but the thing is, the family plans, they have actually 2 sort of strategies. So they have you can choose between $14.99 and $39.99 on a month, every single month. In terms of their credit monitoring, they actually have, you have to think about the value plan. They have the Ultra plan, and they have the total plan. So it's a little, their pricing is not really right, but overall, it's a great service. I want to talk to you now about IdentityForce. By the way, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. We're still comparing, contrasting 5 players when it comes to identity theft and credit score monitoring. Okay, so we have IdentityForce. So this is great for 3 bureau credit monitoring. So when you think about a player that actually allows you to monitor all your credit on all, like TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, this is fantastic. So they have a monthly fee from $17.99 to $23.99 as of the date of this show, and discounts may be available depending on your geography and the plan you choose. They have 2 packages that we love, and so they monitor also all 3 credit bureaus. So one thing we love about IdentityForce is that they're a triple bureau credit monitoring and extensive identity theft protection tools. Make it a top choice for consumers who want comprehensive features. So if you're listening to me right now and you want to have a comprehensive, let's say a comprehensive plan for you and your family, IdentityForce might be the service that you might want to consider. Let's look at the pros and cons here. So pros. So basically, IdentityForce is a service that is provided through TransUnion. They do offer a family plan, and all plans include up to $1 million in identity theft insurance. What about the cons? The basic plan does not include credit monitoring services. They do not publish family plan pricing on the website, and entry-level plans are more expensive than competitors. So we have a little problem in terms of price transparency with IdentityForce, but it is what it is. Now let me give you a little detail here. In terms of package details, you can see on the screen here all the details that you need to have, all the pricing tiers, okay? And this is really important to remember. Now, The thing is that there are various types of credit scores, and lenders use a variety of different types of credit scores to make lending decisions, right? I mean, we all know this. So the credit score that you received is based on the VantageScore 3.0 model and may not be the credit score model used by your lender, because a lot of folks know the FICO score, but for IdentityForce, they have the VantageScore 3.0. So just be clear about that, okay? But overall, again, this is a great player when it comes to credit monitoring and identity theft protection. I want to talk to you about IdentityIQ. By the way, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We're having a conversation about providers of credit monitoring and identity protection. Okay, we have 5 players that we are actually reviewing and contrasting and comparing today. We have Identity Guard, IdentityForce, IdentityIQ, Experian IdentityWorks, and IDShield. We actually have 6 of them, not 4 or 5, as I said earlier. So we have IdentityIQ. The thing with IdentityIQ is, first of all, you have a monthly fee that goes from $8.99 to $32.99, and discounts may be available. They have 3 packages, and they actually monitor 1 or 3 bureaus depending on how much you pay for. Okay, so IdentityIQ really not only offers 3 bureau credit monitoring, but they also provide family protection at no additional cost. So it is really a big plus in our view when it comes to analyzing all this sort of features here. What are the pros here? They do offer 3 bureau credit monitoring 3 bureau credit monitoring services. They're available with identity protection and premium VPN services. That's kind of new, and this is what's giving IdentityIQ a slight competitive edge in our view. And the family protection included at no additional cost. So this is a big plus for IdentityIQ. What about the cons? Well, the 2 lower planes only monitor 1 credit bureau, and the 3 bureau monitoring plans are more expensive than some competitors. If you really think about it, if you were to actually compare them side by side, you will see they're more expensive. And identity protection features are less robust than competitors. This is something that IdentityIQ has to work on. So if you're listening to us, IdentityIQ, you really want to catch up when it comes to the identity protection features that you are offering, because yours right now are not really up to par. But overall, in terms of the package details, you can see on the screen here. Overall, this is IdentityIQ is really a digital security company that provides a constellation of identity protection and online security features for between $8.99 and $29.99 per month at standard pricing. Okay, so this is what it is, and what we love here is that we love the fact that they also provide excellent customer service, but they just still need to work on that 1 credit bureau monitoring versus 3 credit bureau monitoring. That pricing is a little confusing, so work on that. I want to talk to you about Experian. All right, when it comes to Experian, we have 2 services. We have Experian and we have Experian IdentityWorks. I first want to review Experian, just in the plain platform. So this is best for free credit monitoring. So what are the pros and cons here? Well, Experian actually offers FICO score for free. Their free plan includes monthly Experian credit report and score. They actually send you real-time alerts for new inquiries and accounts on your credit file. And they do feature FICO credit score tracking, a score that is what they do is that they have a score simulator for all plans, and we think it's just really innovative. Now, what are the cons here? The 3 bureau monitoring is only offered in the premium plan, and their FICO score simulator is only offered in the premium plan. So the reason why we love Experian is that it's the only free service that offers a FICO score, the scoring model used by the majority of lenders. Okay, with the Experian CreditWorks basic plan, you will receive real-time alerts to changes in your credit file, as well as changes to your credit utilization ratio. So if you have a change in your CUR, you will get a pretty quick notification. and you'll have access to a monthly Experian credit report and free FICO score tracker that shows a visual representation of the activity in your profile over time. So you can better understand the bigger picture of your credit history. And we think when it comes to the analytical part of things, this feature is really good. And you also have access to the Experian Boost program, which helps you improve your score by including your phone, utility, and streaming service bills to your credit file, provided you pay for those bills. You pay those bills on time, of course, right? And another standout feature is a free one-time scan of the dark web for your social security number, email, and phone number. So this is what it is. And now, I want to talk a little bit about the highlights here. So let me talk to you about plans and cost. So the CreditWorks basic plan is free. The CreditWorks premium plan will cost you about $25. Okay, so they have the credit score simulator, the credit hotline, the FICO score tracker to visualize your score and activity over time in a very chronological way. Okay, they have educational resources and tools like financial calculators. So overall, Experian is kind of cool if your needs are basic in terms of credit score monitoring and identity theft protection. If you don't need identity protection, you can just go with Experian. That's fine. I want to talk to you now about another Experian product. That's Experian IdentityWorks. So what they've done is they actually separated those two services. So by the way, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We're still having a compare and contrast about 6 players when it comes to identity protection and credit score monitoring. I'm talking to you now about Experian IdentityWorks. In our view, this software is actually great for families. Let me kind of quickly go through the pros and cons of this program. So the pros, it's highly customizable. It has plans that allow you to have up to 10 children on the family plans. The website includes clear information on pricing and plans. You have multiple alerts at all plan levels, and they have good customer service response times. So this is really great. What about the cons? Well, the 3-bureau monitoring is only offered with a premium plan and no parental control features, VPN or password manager. So this is something that Experian, if you're listening to us, you really want to fix that. So we love Experian IdentityWorks because its plans can be customized to fit even larger families at reasonable prices. Okay, and when you think about it, so I want to quickly go through the plans and costs. So you have IdentityWorks Plus, 1 adult for $9.99 per month, and IdentityWorks Premium, 2 adults, 10 children for $34.99 per month. So the pricing goes from $9.99 per month all the way to $34.99. Okay. So there are some important features that you have to pay attention to. So you have the Experian Credit Lock feature for all plans. You have FICO score simulator, and score tracking. And the cool thing here is that you have a free 30-day trial with 1 adult plus and premium. And you have a 17% discount for annual payment. So this is really good. They're giving you a chance to test the product and see if you like it. So through Experian IdentityWorks, you are able to monitor your credit score. You're able to see you will have quarterly reports under their premium plans. They do have an extensive credit monitoring suite that allows you to see everything. Okay, so this is kind of cool. One thing we don't like is that if you want to actually get access to more features, you're gonna have to pay more. You're gonna have to like they're not actually giving you like at the very basic level, basic plan. They're not giving you a lot. Okay, I guess this is part of the business model. Let me review the 6th player on today's list. We have here IDShield. Okay, now when we think about IDShield, we love this software because it has impeccable security features. Okay, let's talk about the pros and cons here. Pros: you have device protection for both desktop and phone, including all plans. All plan levels include 1 million ID theft insurance, and you have real-time alerts. This is really good. What about the cons? Well, they have a limit of 6 devices in the family plan. The non-emergency customer service is only offered Monday through Friday, so you don't have it over the weekend. And one thing we have seen when we're testing the service rather, is that their email response is kind of slow. So those are things you have to think about, okay? I mean, they offer a wide constellation of all-in-one credit monitoring services plus identity theft protection features, that's for sure. But, they do have their weaknesses too. So those are, you need to think about what really works for you. And what we love also is that they offer device protection such as antivirus, VPN, and password manager, along with credit monitoring. So this is really good. And one thing we love also is that their family protection plan was competitively priced when we tested it. Okay, it has unique features such as consultation services for cyberbullying and cybersecurity, encryption services, and medical data monitoring, to name a few. For us, this is really great because if you have a family and you have kids, you really want to pay attention to those types of, I would say, detriment. Cyberbullying and cybersecurity, very important. What about the plans and cost? So you can see on the screen right now, there are individual for 1 bureau monitoring, $14.95. I mean, it could be more, it could be less. You have the family plan. You can see the price. You can see everything on the screen. They have a tier plans. They have pricing tiers for individual 1 bureau and 3 bureau, and for family 1 bureau, 3 bureau. So you have to see what really works for you. And some of the things that we love also about this IDShield is that you have every month you have a 1 and 3 bureau credit monitoring plans. You have monthly credit reports. You have monthly Vantage Score 3.0, credit threat alert, and credit freeze assistance. So this is really good. So you've heard the compare and contrast with all those 6 players, but let me give you an overview about the whole thing about credit monitoring, because this is really important. Now, credit monitoring services continuously track and scan the data in your credit file and will send you credit reports and scores from 1 or more to the 3 largest credit bureau, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. So you'll also receive alerts that inform you of any changes or potential threats to your credit profile. So this is really important when you have, let's say, something significant to buy. Let's say you have a house, you have a mortgage to actually sign, and you really want to make sure that everything is clean in your credit report, or even in a regular day, right? Now, how do those credit monitoring services really work? There are typically 2 types of credit monitoring services. So you have free or subscription based. And so the subscription base will charge you a monthly fee, so you're paying every month. When you sign up with a company, you will provide your social security number and other personal information like your date of birth, address, and phone number. Okay, and depending on the plan, you may also include financial accounts for monitoring, such as bank account and credit and debit card. And so basically, free services typically monitor your credit file and send you updated credit reports and scores. And so this is really good. And what happens here is that sometimes they also send you alerts triggered by account activity that it can include hard inquiries, changes to your credit score or credit utilization ratio, address changes, and new accounts such as credit card or loans being opened in your name. So this is really good. They will also send you changes in public records such as court records, and this is really good. And so overall, it's a great service, especially when you have a family and you're trying to build something. You have young kids and you're trying to protect them. This is really great service. And so at the end of the day, you have to think about what really matters to you and what your needs are at this specific time. Okay, so the question is credit monitoring worth it? Well, you can always monitor your credit yourself. In fact, you can access free weekly reports and scores from all 3 credit bureaus through annualcreditreport.com until 2023. The question to ask yourself, however, is how much self-monitoring do you actually want to do? And the cool thing is that credit monitoring services are valuable because they can save you time and directly provide you with information, okay, important information, alerting you to potentially fraudulent activity before it causes serious damage to your finances. All right, this is the decision time. So IdentityForce versus IdentityGuard versus IDShield versus IdentityIQ versus Experian versus Experian IdentityWorks. Which one should you go for? Well, the answer is very simple. It depends. It depends because you have to have a plan when it comes to choosing the best credit monitoring service. Okay, here are a few pointers that will help you decide make the right decision. First of all, you want to think about the number of credit bureaus monitored. While some credit monitoring services only check one credit bureau, you will get a more complete picture of the activity occurring on your credit file by monitoring all the 3 bureaus and learning how to check your credit report. So you need to monitor things yourself, okay? And now you also have to think about, do you want to receive credit monitoring services or alerts, if you will? Now, free or low-cost plans usually alert you to changes in your credit scores, new inquiries on your credit file, or applications for new lines of credit. More expensive plans offer security features such as alerts if you personally identify, let's say, like if your personally identifying information is found in public records, or they have found it in the dark web or social networks. Okay, so you also have the credit score model used. So you have FICO score and VantageScore. So those are the 2 most common scoring types. The question is, are you comfortable with the FICO score, the FICO score model? You know, this is important because, I mean, this FICO score model is most widely used by lenders. So if your goal is to improve your credit score in order to get a loan or buy a house, consider a plan that actually provides you with the access to your FICO score and find out how to check your credit score. This is just like being smart, okay? And so in terms of costs, you got to ask yourself, what is your budget? How much are you willing to put into this whole thing? Okay. And also when I pay attention to the security features before choosing an identity protection or prevention company. Okay, this is really important. You need to be sure about what's important for you and how to actually make that happen. Very, very important. All right, our pick after analyzing, comparing, and contrasting all those 6 players, our pick is IdentityGuard. We have scored IdentityGuard 9.9 over 10. IdentityForce 9.5 over 10. IDShield 9.2 over 10. Okay, we have IDIQ 9 over 10. Experian 8.9 over 10. And Experian IdentityWorks 8.5 over 10. Thank you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.